Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. My first live with my new internet. It doesn't say my internet is unstable. Yay, new internet. How is everybody tonight? I'm so glad you're all here with me. Hi, Jennifer, Lori, Fox, Ashley, Kelsey, Christine. Did I miss Laura? Thank you for the donation, Laura. I think I got all of you. Yep, it's been thanks, Lori. It's been rainy today, which is unusual for us here lately. We've been having such a drought. So, yeah. It says I'm down to 2 watchers, but I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, YouTube has been pretty crazy lately. It says you have 15,000 likes, you only had 40 views, so or vice versa. It's just really weird. You had snow yesterday. Hi, Crossover Paranormal. I want to say Josh. Am I right? Mm. Oh, Fox's Mama's channel. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Excellent. Well, I'm excited. I'd want to know if, with the better internet, Jonathan, hey, at least it was a J. I don't have my little handy notebook out that tells me because I always write everybody's names down next to their channel until I learn them. But at least it was a J. I want snow only if I don't have to drive. Yeah, it's been raining here, but we need it, and it's going to be frigid here the next 2 days. You can see that my Christmas tree is up. Michelle and I are getting ready for a very special Christmas Day live. So anybody like me that has nobody or nothing to do on Christmas, you can come hang out with, thank you, Jennifer. You can come hang out with me and Michelle. We're going to be live pretty much a lot of that day, and people can pop in and out. We'll be doing readings. Hi, Sean. We'll be doing readings. We might invite people up to tell their favorite Christmas story or their favorite haunted story or something like that. If you want, we'll also be during our breaks showing my background, probably with a fire in the fireplace and some really nice music, etc. So yeah, so that's going to be, I'm not exactly sure everything we're going to do on that day, but we're going to do some cool stuff. So if you have time on Christmas Day, as soon as we can, when we make a decision on what time we're going to start, hey June, I will we'll put that out there so that you can come in. Just pop in if you want, if you've got plans, if you're lucky to have plans. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the full moon in Gemini, and that happens at 4:16 in the morning, tomorrow morning, Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to do we're going to do a meditation for that. And then we're also I'm going to do just regular zodiac readings for this full moon. And then also, if you do give a donation, donations are not expected, but are accepted. And if you do give me a donation, then you will get a personal reading. And thank you, Laura. Awesome. Thanks, Christine. I'm so excited to see like if it really has an impact on what the picture looks like, etc. Because it's been so bad. So I'm excited. Really excited. You guys have no idea how much easier my life is. I downloaded some footage and uploaded it to the cloud and whatnot, and it took way less time. It's been amazing. So now I'll be able to actually cut the meditation out of this and save it separately. Hey, Michelle, I was just telling everybody about our plans for Christmas, and that's why I am so far along on my Christmas decorations. So Excellent. All right. Well, let's begin by talking about this full moon in Gemini. I have got some stuff going on for Get Spooky Society that all I'm going to say is I've been called in on some cold cases, some local cold cases, and Michelle's helping us, and it's been amazing. And we cannot talk about it because it's not, we can't publicize it yet. But I felt like even though I use my research for the new and the full moons, even though I use that for um, what I want to let go of or manifest, and that's what I teach you guys. What I found with this one is it is corresponding with this one particular case that I am working on, and it kind of blew my mind. So I'm really excited for this because I feel like some details are going to come through for us after this full moon. All right, so this full moon, as I said, it is at 5 degrees Gemini tomorrow morning at 4:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do have my little notes here. So Gemini, this one's going to be about info, ideas, details, stories being seen differently. It's about seeing things differently. All of the details, the info. Hair in my mouth. Conversations, back and forth, duality. Gemini is all about duality. Conversations back and forth, versatile, adaptable, right and left, mind and perceptions. We need to stay open to what we don't know. Stay open to what we don't know. Seeing things differently. Also, Mars, the Sun, and Mercury are all opposite the moon in Gemini in Sag. So they're all in Sag. You're always, when you're in a full moon, the moon and the sun are opposite each other. But not just the sun, Mars and Mercury as well. Mars is your free will. Mercury is your communication, tech, and travel. So Mars is behind the sun, pushing the sun and us forward, pushing us forward to do something, guiding us towards something, wanting us to move something forward, going beyond what we have known before, going beyond what we have known before. It wants you to undertake a project. Michelle, think about, I've already sent this to you, but think about what we're working on right now and what this says. And that Cancer reading you gave me, and even Scorpio, or not gave me, but gave Cancer and Scorpio, were like, I felt like you were talking directly to me. Mercury also rules Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini. So it's in Sag, and it's going retrograde in Capricorn in December. So coming up here soon, Mercury is going retrograde in Capricorn. It is square Neptune in Pisces. Square Neptune in Pisces. These are things you can't see. Deception. Something is off. Not all the details. Deception. Things you can't see. Something is off. Not all of the details. The moon says, wait it out and collect all of the info. So the moon's like, it's okay, guys. Just wait it out, collect all of the info. The moon, Mars, and sun are square Saturn and Pisces. Saturn are your structures. Pisces is the go with the flow, the dreams. And then they're missing there. And then Gemini, Sag, Pisces in a T square. They're missing Virgo, who is the balance. So that's why this is all like unknown stuff. Don't repeat the same karmic patterns. Don't repeat the same karmic patterns. So again, the full moon, there's info, ideas, details, stories being seen differently. You need to see things differently. There are things that you have perceived in a certain way for so long that is inhibiting you from moving some things forward. So you have to see them differently in order to let go of those old beliefs and those old thoughts, those old perceptions, letting go of the old perceptions so that you can move forward. I hope that makes sense. So, what we're needing to surrender are beliefs and perceptions that are outdated, that are old, that we need to see differently. Does that make sense? Okay. So, thinking about just in general, tomorrow morning at 4:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Gemini. Gemini is versatile, expressive, adaptable, this Gemini full moon. It's in the third house of communication, tech, and travel, therefore, ruled by Mercury, communication, tech, and travel. It is not void of course tomorrow. So it's probably in Gemini by now. It's not void of course tomorrow. So you are fine if you want to do your full moon rituals or decide what you're surrendering and what you're seeing differently tomorrow. That's okay because it does not go void of course, which means as the moon and the sun move through the constellations, move through the signs, when they go from one sign to another, there's a part where it's void of course. It's not in a sign. It will remain in Gemini all day tomorrow. So the Gemini energy will be there. All right. So what I recommend that you do is you look at your moon. I'm pretty sure all of you on here know what your moon sign is and where it is in your chart. So mine is Cancer in the 6th house. So you write down something about those two things. So I know that I'm always starting with what can I do to change my daily obligations, my structures and my routines, etc., to nurture myself and my health or nurture other people differently. And then you look at where is Gemini in your chart? What house is Gemini in your chart? And then what house and sign is Mercury in? And you write down some things about those as well. So for me, Gemini is in the 4th house of home and family. And Mercury is in Libra in the 8th house. So Libra being balance and partnerships, and in the 8th house of change and transformation. So literally, I need to kind of look at self-made obligations, maybe self-made old perceptions and beliefs. So I can be a little bit more adaptable and versatile so I can have more experiences, such as maybe traveling a little bit more. So last year, I kind of wrote that down, and that was because I was constantly saying, well, I can't go do that trip because of my dog. Who's going to watch my dog? Well, I've made changes to that now. I have somebody that can stay at my house. I have a few different people that'll stay at the house. I have, so I changed my systems and routines to enable myself to change. So this year, it's about changing my old belief system, possibly in perceptions and certain things, in order to move forward. Maybe I'm just going to keep using this example. My perception was I couldn't find somebody to come to my house and watch my dog for me because I couldn't afford it. So change my perception on that. I can find a friend that's willing to stay at my house if I feed them and, leave them beer, and then they will take care of my dog for me and I can afford that. Gemini, Jupiter, North Node in the 3rd house. Oh, yeah. In the 3rd house where it's at home. Awesome. Do you have your birth chart, Kelsey and Lori? All right. So I know I've gotten a donation from Laura. So I don't know if anybody else has donated or not. Yep. June and Ash. No, Sean. Sean. Thank you, Sean. So I will put you down for a personal. I was just thinking June and Ashley because that's usually what I get. So Sean, thank you. And then Miss Michelle gets a reading because she's amazing for her donation of StreamYard. All right. My Chiron is the only Gemini you have. Okay, so Chiron is in your Gemini. Okay. Got it. Got it. All right. Let me get rid of this. Whoops, I do not want to print. I don't want to print. All right, guys. Well, does anybody have any questions right now on Gemini? Just think about seeing things differently, seeing old beliefs and perceptions differently so that you don't keep repeating karmic cycles. So you get out of the rut. Does that help? I hope that helps. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to step out of the screen. I'm going to put our little well, you know what? I don't need to do that because you've got the pretty background. I'm just going to step out of the screen while I do the meditation with you. And that way I can just cut that out and put it in a separate video for everybody. Sun, Moon, Mercury are in Pisces. Okay. Sun, Moon. Oh, you're a double Pisces. That's interesting. Interesting, Kelsey. You're going to be driving most of the time. Okay. Well, keep your eyes on the road, Laura. Don't fall asleep while you meditate. If you guys think of more questions, obviously we can do that when we're finished with the meditation. This is going to be about, I don't know, maybe 7 minutes. So let me get the music going here. After meditation, yes. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit. Okay. For the next few minutes, please concentrate on your breathing, my voice, and where I guide you. At this time, please close your eyes if you've not already done so. Make sure you are completely comfortable, whether you are sitting or lying down. Bring your awareness to the surface beneath you. What does it feel like? Sink deep into the surface and relax. First, let's start with some deep breaths, pulling in the energy from your crown and the earth into your heart space. On your next deep breath in, pull down through your crown into your heart and pause, as this is where we will meet. As you exhale, breathe out down through your feet into the earth, grounding you. This next deep breath in, pull up from the earth into your heart space and pause. When you exhale, breathe out through your crown, sending any anxiety out into the universe. Now, as you breathe regular breaths in and out, I want you to focus on acknowledging any thoughts and then putting them in a bubble and letting them float away. You can have them back later. As you continue breathing, I want you to think about this full moon in Gemini. On your next few deep breaths in, take a few minutes to give gratitude for everyone and everything you have in your life. Open your heart space with gratitude. Next, as you breathe in and out, give forgiveness to everyone, including yourself, that is taking up space and energy in your life. You don't have to completely forget, just forgive and use that newly found energy and space to manifest better things. Imagine cutting literal cords of things weighing you down. One by one, cut the cords and put these things in a bubble and let them float away. Take a few moments to focus on forgiveness and cutting the cords until you're as light as the bubble. Now go deep into your unconscious and think about what you need to see differently. On your next breath in, allow yourself to go deeper into your unconscious and contemplate on what you need to see differently and remain open to what you don't know. Allow the doubts to come in, acknowledge, and release them. As you breathe in and out, what does this full moon in Gemini shine the light on that you need to open up your unconscious and see differently? Think about each of these things and how amazing it will feel once you let go of the karmic patterns of how you have always perceived them. Focus on each one separately and feel deep in your heart how it will feel. Finally, I want you to repeat this mantra with me 5 times. I give thanks for all I have. I forgive all, including myself. I release that which no longer serves me. I give thanks for all I have. I forgive all, including myself. I release that which no longer serves me. I give thanks for all I have. I forgive all, including myself. I release that which no longer serves me. I give thanks for all I have. I forgive all, including myself. I release that which no longer serves me. I give thanks for all I have. I forgive all, including myself. I release that which no longer serves me. When you are ready, come back to the current time and place and open your eyes. Okay. How was that? How is everybody feeling? Was that a good meditation? Okay, so Laura, you weren't driving. Good. Good, good, good. All right. Okay, everyone. Fantastic. Excellent. 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 Okay. Michelle, do you want to text Marsha? Because Marsha was going to be here. Maybe she forgot and didn't get the alert. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Laura. Well needed meditation. Well, I do plan now that I can upload things easier. I do plan to cut that portion out and have that for everybody to view just by itself. So you can do it again. Easier. All right. Okay. Thanks, Michelle. Laura, if you are going to be driving now, I'm guessing you're driving home. Please be careful. After I do the general reading for the collective, I'm going to do your reading. So I don't know if you want to wait, if you can. All right. We'll do the Gemini full moon reading for the collective. Thank you. What does this wow, okay, Gemini full moon have to say to the collective, please? Okay, so we have acceptance. Waxing crescent, number 2 of 4, acceptance. So what I'm getting from this is there's something within your home and family. This is for the collective, for the Gemini full moon. There's something within your home and family that you need to see differently, that is going to create acceptance. So something that maybe you've been struggling with within your family that you haven't been able to accept, or something that your family's been struggling with accepting for you. And then the next card is an 8, the path. An 8, the path. And by the way, this was a 2, so it also is about values and beliefs. So the path, and it's a 6 and an 8, wax and crescent. So once you're able to release something and see something different within the family, the home and family, then the changes and transformation can come through of your daily obligations. You'll have a new path coming through. Okay. And then the next step is the beaver moon, a 39 creation. So a 39 is a 14, is a 5 creation. So once you've done that, you'll be able to move forward. Some of your creating will be able to move forward. So seeing something within your home and family, a belief of value within your home and family differently so that it can have acceptance. You can accept it. This will then allow you to have change and transformation of a new path of daily obligations. And then finally, this will bring about letting you move forward with your creations that you're so passionate about. And that's what I have. That is for the collective for the Gemini full moon. Love that. What are these numbers, Laura? What are these numbers? What are these numbers? Did I screw up? Was it a 4 and not a 5? Oh, okay. Got you. You added all of them together. I'm with you. Okay. So it came up to a 4. All right. So our first person is Laura. Our first person is Laura. Our first person is Laura. What does this Gemini full moon have to say for Miss Laura? Good grief. Okay, Laura, this Gemini full moon. Waning gibbous, number 2, pleasure, an 18 or a 9. So what this Gemini full moon is saying to you is the 9th house is all about higher spiritual learning. And it's a 2. So what I'm getting from this, Laura, is once you're able to see and perceive differently your values and beliefs in your higher spiritual learning, there will be more pleasure in your life. And then that leads to a 31 worm moon faith. 31 worm moon faith. And that 31 is a 4, Laura. So the 4 is home and family. Home and family. So just having faith in your home and family while you are looking at perceiving things differently. And then it's a 41, Queen of the Moon, sovereignty. 41, that's a 5. Again, that will bring some sovereignty. That will bring what makes you roar. That will bring more creativity into your life. Queen of the Moon, you can have it all. You can have what makes you happy. So again, Laura, what I'm getting is here we have higher spiritual learning. And it's a 2, a waning or waxing gibbous 2, pleasure. So if you're able to see things differently in your beliefs and what you value in your higher spiritual learning, you'll be able to have more pleasure. You have to have faith in your home and family. to be able to do this. And then it will bring you what you're passionate about. A 5, the 5th house of what you're passionate about, your creativity, sovereignty, queen of the moon. You can have it all. And that's what I have for Laura. Yes, it is Sagittarius season. All right, Miss Shawn. Miss Shawn. I do love this deck as well, Laura. All right, Shawn, let's see what the Sagittarius full moon has to say for you. Are Ashley and June still with us? It says there's only 5 people watching, which doesn't make sense. Unless June and Ashley are watching together. No, that still doesn't make sense. Wow. Thank you. Wow. I don't know if you saw that. Okay, Shawn. They did go flying. So the first one for you is the Worm Moon, faith, home and family. So what I'm getting from this, Shawn, is having faith in your home and family as you see things differently, perceive things differently within your home and family, having faith that everything will still be okay. Then we have a 21 or a 3, waning gibbous, number 5, resilience. Resilience. You have to be resilient on this with your home and family. It's about the communication. You know this. It's about the communication. So having faith in the home and family while you see things differently, that they're going to be okay and accept it, and then having resilience with communication. And this is also a 5. So that is about what makes you roar. And then we have a waning crescent, number 2, resistance. And this is a 25 or a 7. So what comes next is I feel like you are either you or your home and family are going to resist you seeing things differently. Does that make sense? So it's that balance. They're going to feel off balanced is what I'm getting. They're going to feel like, oh, well, what's mom or what's my wife doing? She's seeing things differently. She's acting differently. We're off balanced. But that's okay because you have to be resilient. So again, having faith, you have to have faith that your family is going to accept it when you see and perceive things differently, especially within your household with your family. Have resilience and communicate things properly. They still might have resistance because it's going to upset their normal balance. And there you go. Yes, exactly, Shawn. Exactly. All right. I think that Ashley and June must have fallen off. Did Ashley and June fall off? All right. Miss Michelle is next. Miss Michelle is next. What does this Gemini full moon have to say for Michelle? All right, Michelle, this Gemini full moon, you've been dry. Oh, okay. It just says there's only 5 people, so it was weird because we've got Lori, Laura, Michelle, Shawn, Jennifer, and then you and your mom. I don't know. Weird. Oh, well. So, Michelle, it's a 26, waning crescent number 3, surrender. So this is telling me, Michelle, that a 26 is an 8. An 8 is all about change and transformation, death and rebirth. So what I'm getting is there are so many changes happening in your life, and you just got to surrender, to it, to the changes, to seeing things differently, to perceiving things differently. Some things that you thought all along that you valued or your beliefs were one thing, and now things are coming out that completely blow that out of the water. And it's about communication as well. Things are being communicated to you that is really changing how you see things, changing how you see some people. And the next thing is the waning gibbous 3, balance. This is a 19 or a 10. So I feel like once you surrender those old perceptions and realize that they are now different, you will be able to restore balance, to be able to move forward, advance things. And this is a 3. Again, this is about communication. It's about communication. And then Michelle, a 17 or an 8, waning gibbous 1, self-reflection. So the final outcome is you're going to be able to self-reflect for more changes and transformation to come through for you, for yourself, for what you want to begin next. So again, Michelle, seeing things differently, communication, changes, death and rebirth, surrender those things that are no longer the way you perceived them before. This is going to restore balance to your life. Again, communication is key. Once you have that balance, you'll be able to advance what you want to advance. You're going to be able to have time for self-reflection of yourself, obviously. And this is also another 8. So change and transformation can come for the better after you take that time for self-reflection. And that's what I have for Miss Michelle. All right. Okay, guys, those are the people that have donated. So just want to make sure nobody else has. We have not. So I am going to move forward with Aries. Let's see what this Gemini full moon has to say for Aries. Yep. Brand new you. You're welcome, Laura. Brand new you, Michelle. For sure, Sean. All right. Let's see what this Gemini full moon has to say for our Aries. I hope everybody's Thanksgiving was good. I ate way too much turkey. You're welcome, Michelle. Okay, so this Gemini full moon has to say this to the Aries. I got the 18 or a 9 and pleasure again. So this is about seeing your beliefs and perceptions of your higher spiritual learning differently is going to bring more pleasure. And then we got a 20, waning gibbous, number 4, beauty. So your new beliefs, your new perceptions, your new values are going to bring more beauty to you. More beauty to you in your home and family. And then the final outcome is blossoming. 33 or a 6, blossoming. Flower moon. I feel like once you do that, once you see things differently and let go of your old beliefs and perceptions, then you're going to have new daily obligations, new systems and routines, new better health that will allow you to blossom. So again, for my Aries, this Gemini full moon has this to say. You need to see things differently. Things that you have valued, believed in, thought in the past of your higher spiritual learning, perceive them differently. This will bring about beauty in your new values and perceptions and beliefs, will bring about much more beauty in your home and family. And then finally, that will bring about and allow you to blossom in your everyday life. Your health will be better. Your systems and routines will be better. This is for Aries from the Gemini full moon. All right. I love that for you, Aries. All right. So for Taurus, let's see what do we have for Taurus? Okay, Taurus. What does this Gemini full moon have to say for you? Thank you. Interesting. I have never gotten this one card before. That's interesting. Okay. All right, Taurus. This Gemini full moon has resilience, waning gibbous number 5, a 21, or a 3. Resilience. So what this wants, this full moon in Gemini wants for Taurus is for you to perceive and believe things differently in the way you communicate things, the way things that are communicated to you and how you communicate things out. This is, you need to be very resilient on perceiving that communication differently. Then we have a 42, lunar god, the masculine. 42, which is a 6. That's about your daily obligations, your health, your systems and routines. So once you communicate differently, then you're going to be able to change your daily life, your daily obligations, your health for the good. And then the final outcome is going to be a 39, which is a 14, which is a 5. 39 is not a 14. 39, which is a 12, which is a 3, right? Which is a 3. I'm so sorry. I did say that wrong earlier. It must have needed to be a 5 in my head. Beaver moon, creation. So this is again about communication. So you'll be able to communicate differently, and then the creation will come from that. So let's go over this again. So we start with a 3. Resilience. And this is about communicating differently, perceiving your communications differently that you've always gotten from this Gemini full moon. And then you'll be able to change your daily obligations, your systems and routines, your health, and for the better, your health is going to get better. And then again, this is another 3, creation. The final outcome is going to be, once you change how you communicate and how you perceive how others communicate to you, you can create what you want. And this is for Taurus from the Gemini full moon. I love that for you, Taurus. Hi, Kieran. How are you? Taurus, I'm a 3rd house with my Saturn. Nice. Nice, Sean. All right. Where are my Geminis out there? Where are my Geminis? Because this is going to be very, very powerful for Gemini. Anybody that has a Gemini, sun, moon, rising especially, Venus, definitely. Anything in Gemini, really. But if you're a sun, moon, or rising, especially. What does this okie dokie Gemini full moon have to say for my Gemini's, daggone. Okay. All right. Okay, Geminis, this is what the Gemini full moon has to say for you. I've not had this one before. Full moon power. Full moon power. It's a 16 or a 7. So, what I'm seeing out of this is Gemini, if you are able to perceive your current relationships and partnerships differently, it will help balance your life better, which is going to give you more power. Then we have this again, creation, this 12 or a 3 creation. Once you're balanced, you'll be able to create more. But it comes down to communication. And then the final outcome is a 37 or a 10. The harvest moon, fruition, 37 or a 10. So you'll be able to advance what you want. It's all going to come to fruition, what you want to advance. So again, Gemini, from this Gemini full moon, perceive your relationships and partnerships differently. This is going to bring you more power through balance in your life. And then that is also going to, with new communication, allow you to create what you want. And the final outcome is going to be what you want to advance will come to fruition. And that's what I have for Gemini from the Gemini full moon. Nice. Nice, Sean. All right. So it is so nice to look up in that corner and not see unstable internet. I love it. I love it. Okay. My investigation got canceled for tomorrow night, you guys. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed, but it's going to be frigid, like 35 here tomorrow. So I'm really not. I don't have to go anywhere now. Okay, so what does this Gemini full moon have to say for Cancer? What does this Gemini full moon have to say for Cancer? Okay, thank you, Spirit. I am a Cancer moon, so I'll be anxious to see this. Interesting. Okay. So for all my Cancers out there, the Gemini full moon has an 11, waxing gibbous, 2, fear. So an 11 is all about friendships. It's all about communities and blessings. And this is a 2. So this is about values, fear. So what I'm getting from this Gemini full moon is you need to perceive your beliefs around your friends and your community differently. That is going to release the fear. It might scare you a little bit to see this differently, but it will release that fear of seeing it differently. And then we have a 7, a 16 or a 7, empower. Once you're able to see your communities and your friendships differently and release that fear that maybe you're not good enough for them, then you are going to have better relationships and partnerships, and that is going to bring you more power and unity. And the final outcome is a 17 or an 8, change and transformation through self-reflection. Change and transformation through self-reflection, and that is a 1. So what I have for Cancer from this Gemini full moon, again, is seeing your friendships and your blessings in your community differently, releasing the fear that you're not good enough. Once you do that, you will be able to have better relationships and partnerships, and that's going to bring you more balance and power and unity. And then you'll have time for change and transformation once you have your self-reflection. And that's what I have for Cancer from this Gemini full moon. I love it. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. Laura. I wonder why. Okay. I love that for Cancer. All right. So next we're going to have Leo. What does this Gemini full moon have to say for my Leos? Whoa. Lots of cards just jumping right out. Okay. So Leo, this Gemini full moon has this. The Hunter moon, a 38 or an 11 in abundance. Look at that. So a 38 or 11, abundance. So what I'm getting from this, from the Gemini full moon for Leo is, once you are able to see, again, your community, your friendships, your blessings differently, perceiving something differently, you are going to have abundance. And from that, this is a 41 or a 5. You are going to then be able to create anything that you want. Anything that you want, you'll be able to create with that power of your friendships and your community. And then the final outcome is an 18 or a 9, pleasure. And this is also a 2. So this is going to bring about different higher spiritual learning. It's going to bring about different beliefs. Once you let that go, you'll have different beliefs in your higher spiritual learning, and that's going to bring you more pleasure. So again, Jennifer, for a Leo. For Leo, from this Gemini full moon, I have seeing your friendships, community, and blessings differently. This is going to bring about more abundance once you see those differently. Then you will be able to create anything that you want. You have the Queen of the Moon. You can create anything that you want. And the final outcome will be different higher spiritual learning, which is going to bring about new beliefs and pleasure. Wow, that's awesome, Leo. I love that for you. Thank you, Lori. Yes. What do you think about that, Jennifer? All right. The next one up is Virgo. Let's see what this Gemini full moon has to say for Virgo. Thank you. Thank you. What does this Gemini full moon have to say for Virgo? Getting some of the same cards. There's a trend, definitely a theme coming out. So Virgo, we have a 33, a 6, which is a 6, a flower moon blossoming. So what I'm getting from this for my Virgos is, once you're able, and you can look up the angel number 33, but once you're able to look at your daily obligations, your systems, your routines, your health differently, then you will be able to blossom, because you will be able to restore balance to your life and advance. This is a 19 or a 10. You'll be able to advance what you want to advance with that balance. And this is also a 3. So communication, maybe some boundaries. And then the final outcome is again about higher spiritual learning, different beliefs, bringing you pleasure. Wow. See how this is working? So for Virgo, again, from this Gemini full moon, seeing your daily obligations, your systems and routines, those types of things that you always do the same, seeing them differently will allow you to blossom. And then that is going to create more balance in your life, Maybe there's different communications, different boundaries. This is going to allow you to advance the things that you want to advance. And then that is going to bring more pleasure with different values and beliefs of higher spiritual learning. Wow, that is awesome, Virgo. I really, really like that. Okay. Black Lilith, Moon, and Pluto in wonderful Virgo. Yes, that's my South Node. Go to what did the ghost say to Spirit in the supermarket? I'm scared of spirits. Double my pleasure. Love it, Jennifer. All right. Yay. Karen, that's awesome. Okay. Libra is next. Libra is next. I have almost everything in Libra. Everything in Libra in the 8th house. All right. What does this full moon in Gemini have to say for Libra? What does this Gemini full moon have to say for Libra? Okay. What does this Gemini full moon have to say for my Libras? Thank you. Okay. Excellent. So Libra, the Gemini full moon has self-reflection, waning gibbous number 1, a 17, or an 8. So wow, this one's going to be a really tough one for you, Libra. A 17 is an 8. Change and transformation, death and rebirth, self-reflection, number 1 on yourself. Self-reflection is going to bring about different perceptions on how you see yourself, which will bring a death and rebirth of yourself, change and transformation. And then we have next is a 25 or a 7, resistance. And this is also a 2. So you yourself or the people that are closest to you, your partners, your relationships can be resistant to this. Resistance to the change in you, to the change in your values and beliefs. And the final outcome is a 36 or a 9. The green corn moon, patience. You're just going to have patience while you move into this higher spiritual learning. You're going to have patience with those around you and maybe even with yourself as you go through this death and rebirth, this change and transformation. So again, for all of my Libras out there, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anything in Libra, this is what the Gemini moon, full moon has to say for you. Self-reflection is key for a change and transformation, a death and rebirth. And then you might find resistance within yourself or those closest to you, your relationships and partnerships. But that's okay. Have patience with yourself and those around you for your higher spiritual learning. I really, really like that for my Libras. That's really awesome. What's happening now? Resistance. Yep. 8 again. Venus is Libra. Yeah. And your mom's. Yep. I think my Venus is in Libra. I'm pretty sure. Because almost everything is. Except my sun and my rising. All right. Okay, Scorpios. Where are all of my Scorpios? As you all know, I'm a Scorpio sun. Let's see what this Gemini full moon has to say for us Scorpions. What does this... Whoa, okay, calm down. Okay. Wow. Did you guys see that? Okay, Scorpio is going to be very dramatic. All right. So Scorpios, this Gemini full moon is first quarter moon, assessing. And it's a 9, higher spiritual learning. Yes. This full moon needs us to spend time assessing our higher spiritual learning, our beliefs. And then green corn moon, patience, another 9. We have to be patient while we assess our higher spiritual learning. Be patient with ourselves. And then the final outcome is going to be a new path, a new daily obligations, change and transformation in that 8. Wow, that's awesome. So again, for us Scorpios, this Gemini full moon has to say we need to assess our higher spiritual learnings, what we believe in, the perceptions. But this is going to be tough. So we need to be patient with ourselves in what we are going to see differently. But in the end, we will be able to take a new path of change and transformation in our daily routines and obligations. That is awesome, Scorpio. I love that. All right. I'm Mars, 8th house, and Jupiter and Venus, 9th house with Sag energy. That's probably why my Scorpio self can be with a Gemini happily. Flying cards. Yep. Another 9. I'm going to bed. Good night, Karen. Thank you for stopping by. I know patience is bad. I mean, not bad. Patience isn't bad. Patience is hard. Patience is hard for us go-getters, but we have to practice more of it. All right. Sagittarius, where are my Sages? Where are my Sages? Let's see what this Gemini full moon has to say for Sag. All right. What does this Gemini full moon have to say for Sag? What does this Gemini full moon have to say for Sag? Thank you. Okay. Some good ones. All right. The Gemini full moon has this to say for Sag. This is a 29 or 11, hunger. So there's a lot of seeing our communities, our friendships and blessings differently, perceiving them differently. And in this case, Sag, this is going to leave you hungry for possibly a different community, different friendships. And higher spiritual learning in this 36 or a 9, again, patience to find the right communities, the right friendships. And then we have a 44 or an 8, attraction. This is a super moon. So the next outcome is going to be change and transformation. You will be able to attract whatever it is that you want. You'll be able to attract the community and the friendships that you want. So again, this Gemini full moon has this for Sag. Seeing your current communities and friendships and blessings differently. This will leave you hungering for a new community, for different friendships. That's okay. Be patient with your higher spiritual learning and with this process, because you will be able to attract those new communities and the correct friendships to you with this 44 or 8 of change and transformation. I love that for Sagittarius. It's really good. And it's okay. We've been talking about this. We've been talking about how with us raising our vibrations and our frequencies, some of our current friends, some of our, friends that we've had for years, they may not choose to vibrate at a higher level. We may lose them. And it's okay. It's okay. It's hard, but it's okay. Excellent, Laura. Okay. All right. We have 3 left. We have Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So do I, Sean. So do I. Next is Capricorn. This full moon in Gemini has this to say, I can't even shuffle, has this to say for the Capricorns. 3 cards that are amazing that we've had already tonight. Well, actually, the one we haven't. Okay. So Capricorn, this Gemini full moon has this to say for you. It's a 33 or a 6 blossoming flower moon. So again, seeing your daily obligations, seeing your systems and routines and your health differently can allow you to blossom. This is another 6, action, taking action. And it's also a waxing gibbous number 6. So again, seeing those daily obligations and systems and routines and health differently, you have to take action then on the different ways of seeing them. Take action, because when you do that, then you will be able to have a higher spiritual learning in your new beliefs, which is going to bring you pleasure. See how that all works? So I love this. This is for Capricorn, my Capricorns. Again, Capricorn, from this full moon in Gemini, see your daily obligations, your systems, your routines, and your health differently. That will allow you to blossom. And here you will then need to take action on incorporating those changes into your daily obligations, into your systems and routines. Once you do that, you'll be able to see your higher spiritual learning in a different way, having new beliefs and values, and that's going to bring you much pleasure. And that's what I have for Capricorn. Go, Michelle. It's happening now. Yep. Awesome. Yes, you do. It's funny. And Sean and I do as well. That's awesome, Michelle. I like that for you. All right. Next is going to be Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius rising. I believe Sean's an Aquarius rising. Where are my Aquarians? What does this Gemini full moon have to say for the Aquarians? What does this Gemini full moon have to say for the Aquarians? Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, interesting. Okay. One more, please, for the Aquarians. All right. Okay. He's listening. That's Chris. North Node. Gotcha. Okay. So this is what the Gemini full moon has for the Aquarians. Another 2911. Communities, friendships, blessings, hunger. So again, leaving us hungry for different friendships, for different communities. Then trust, the egg moon. This is a 32. Once you have those new, better friendships and communities, trust in them. And this 5, this 32 or a 5 will allow you to create your passions, your desires. And then the final outcome will be acceptance. Acceptance in your home and family. Acceptance in your home and family. And this is also a 2. With your new beliefs, your new values, that will be accepted within your home and family. So again, for Aquarius, for us Aquarians, from the Gemini full moon, we have seeing our current communities, friendships, and blessings differently, which will leave us hungering for new communities and friendships. If we trust our new communities and friendships, we'll be able to create anything that we desire, our secret passions of desires. And then we will also, with our new beliefs and systems and our new values, we will be able to gain acceptance within our home and family. And that's what I have for Aquarius. I like that. All right. For Pisces. our last one. And just so you all know, normally, and I should be able to do this a lot easier, I do shorts of each of the signs reading. So I would have those out tomorrow probably because it takes time for the current live to process through YouTube. And then I'll be able to make shorts of all of the different signs for this full moon in Gemini tomorrow. All right. What does this Gemini full moon have to say for Pisces, please? Thank you. What does this Gemini full moon have to say for Pisces? Okay, you don't need to throw them at me. You're rising, Ash? All right. Okay, so this Gemini full moon has this to say for Pisces. This is the first 12 we've got. Or no, it isn't the first 12. It is a 12, 39 or a 12, Beaver Moon creation. I don't know what is up with me in this card. I have tried to read it wrong all night. There's something going on. Okay, so Pisces, the Gemini full moon has to say for this. 12 is all about the unconscious to the conscious, creating your secret desires. But you have to see things differently in your unconscious to allow it to come forward into the conscious so that you can create it. However, here is another 12. There are boundaries, and this is a 3. There are boundaries within this unconscious to the conscious. These secrets that might come forward. This is about communication. This is about boundaries of things. You know, there could be secrets that you've locked away that don't want to come out, right? So those are boundaries. And then the final outcome is going to be, again, blossoming in your daily life, blossoming in your systems and your routines and your health. So Pisces, what I've got here again is a 12, the unconscious to the conscious, creating your secret passions, seeing things differently so that you can create your secret passions, so you can allow those to come forward. However, you do need to set boundaries because there could be some secrets that you've locked away for a reason, and we want to keep them there. So lock those away, keep them there. And then in the end, you'll be able to blossom within your daily life, within your systems and routines and your health. And that is what I have for Pisces. That is interesting to me. I love that for Pisces. So I think what's interesting is I pulled that card for the collective, and I pulled it for at least one other sign. I said it was a 14 or a 5 instead of a 12, I think, and for the collective. And then I reduced it to a 3 for the other one. Michelle and I always say there are no mistakes. So I must have needed to do that in that instance because that is what was supposed to come through. So there are no mistakes. I'm not going to apologize for it. It was what the message was that was coming through. So that's what I have for everybody now. Does anybody have any questions? Did anybody come on that I haven't seen? So again, tomorrow is our Gemini full moon. Thank you, Michelle. Our Gemini full moon, 5 degrees Gemini. Full, it peaks at 4:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you're going to want to info, ideas, details, stories being seen differently. All of this stuff needs to be seen differently. Conversations back and forth, duality, right and left, mind, perceptions, duality. There's two sides. Seeing the other side of things. Stay open to that which you do not know. Just because you don't know it doesn't mean it's wrong. That's what Spirit just said. Mars, Sun, and Mercury in Sag. Your Mars is your free will. Mercury is your communication. The Mars is behind the Sun, pushing it forward to start a project, taking on a project, wants you to go forward. Guiding us towards something, going beyond what we have known before, going beyond what we have known before. This is pushing us to let go of those old belief systems, those old perceptions, the old karmic cycles. And Mercury rules Gemini. Don't forget, it is going to be going retrograde in Capricorn in December. Do not get worried about that. It's fine. Square Neptune in Pisces. There are things we cannot see. Deception. Something is off. Not all the details. You can feel that. But the moon says wait it out and collect all the info. It's okay. It's going to be okay. We just need to wait it out and collect all the info. Yeah, don't repeat those karmic cycles. And that's what I have. Yeah, they were, Laura. Rising Chiron and Saturn. No mistakes. Nope. Thank you, June. Yes, Neptune does rule Pisces. Neptune does rule Pisces. And Neptune is square Mercury in Pisces. So Neptune is happy. All right, you guys, like I said, as soon as I can get this video processed through YouTube, I will then cut out just the meditation, upload that as a separate video for tomorrow. If I can do it tonight, I will. And then also I'll do shorts on all of the Zodiac readings for the Gemini full moon. Yeah, it does make some mad. That's why the readings were the way they were tonight. Yep. Neptune and Moon, Scorpio. Wow. Ending karmic cycles is hard. That's what this moon is all about, is ending those karmic cycles, getting out of the ruts, for sure. So again, you guys, Michelle and I will be live on Christmas. We're going to be doing some fun stuff. We will try to be live a lot of the day. My family is small. It celebrates on Christmas Eve. So I'm usually at home by myself on Christmas, and it really, really kind of stinks. So Spirit told me a few years ago, there was some other ladies that I knew, especially because of COVID, etc., that were feeling very lonely. So we jumped on a Zoom. And so Spirit told me, hey, why don't you put it out to the collective? So I asked Michelle what she was doing, and she said, let's do it. So we're going to figure out what time we are going to go live. And if you are fortunate enough to have family on Christmas, we wish you all the love and light. That is amazing. But if you want to stop in, hop on here or there, that's great. And if you are like us and, want to join in the fun, then come and join with us at some point. But we will get that information out there to you. Yes, for sure. For sure, Laura. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. We will see you soon. And so much love and light to you guys. I hope you had a great holiday, or as good of a holiday as you could. My love goes out to all of you. My light goes out to all of you, and we will get through this together. And so thank you so much for spending this time with me here tonight. Thank you. Talk to you soon.